Hello everyone and welcome to another video. If you're new, my name's Emma. I'm an illustrator based in Sheffield and these are my daily-ish vlogs. Hello everyone, welcome back to my studio. What a lovely day today, my goodness. Some of this day is going to be spent outside, but before I do that, I do need to get onto my computer. It's a brand new month. I've printed out some things to help me get organised, and these things are available over on my Patreon for my paying patrons. If you're interested in that, no obligation, but you can head to patreon.com/Emma Woodthorpe, that's me, and you can go and have a look at those. If you're a paying patron, you can download them. You can also follow me for free over there, so don't feel obliged to sign up to a paid tier. That's completely fine. There is free content up there. I've got a few things I need to do for this month. So I need to do a sketchbook tour. I need to get our drawing prompt sorted. I also need to have a think about what we're going to be drawing in our live drawing Zoom, because over on my Patreon for £1 tiers and above, so all of my paid tiers, you get access to the Scribbles Aloud Drawing Club. So that includes a live invite to a live drawing Zoom for whenever you're a member. Obviously, if you join after the live, you won't have access to that one, but you'll have access to any live that happens while you're a member. You also get access to the recording of those. In the live sessions, we draw like timed sketches, very quick time sketches, 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minutes, just to practice drawing. I provide a slideshow and we draw it together. I need to decide what we're going to be drawing this month so I can get all that ready, and then we can decide when we're going to be drawing. But also as part of that, you get access to all of the recordings of previous sessions. And I've started last month, I'm still on last month. We've started doing a monthly drawing prompt, which is just a little something extra. I've found a load of vintage postcards. So every month I'm going to put one of those up there, and it can just be something that potentially sparks a little bit of sketchbook work. If you're not sure what to draw, if you can't get out of the house and you still want to play in your studio, play in your bedroom, you can get all your materials out and have a go at this drawing prompt, try and draw it. And there's many different ways. There's no one way of doing it. It's literally just a drawing prompt, and you can do with it what you will. You can do as you see fit in terms of sketching and creative work. I just thought it'd be something, A, to get those vintage postcards used up, and B, to get us sketching a little bit if you want to. It's, as with all things in my Patreon, it's non-obligatory. You can get involved in it if you want, you don't have to, it's completely up to you. So I need to work out this month's drawing prompt, this month's live session, and also, I need to do an order. The other month or so, I needed to do an order for my online shop. If you don't know, I run a small business called emsandink.co.uk. Ems and Ink is me. And it's just a place where I can sell my illustrations on greeting cards and like prints and stuff like that. But I need to do an order pretty desperately. And I was going to do it last month because I heard that the AOI did a discount for the company that I always get to print my work. And I couldn't find this discount code anywhere, but I finally found it, guys. So that order is going to go out as long as I've got enough money in my bank. It's always something, isn't it? But anyway, let's go because the day is wasting and it's such a nice day outside. I might actually go out again. Even if it's just in the garden, it'd be nice. Anyway, let's go. Next on the list is a sketchbook tour. I film these for my patrons and I just go through all of the sketches that I've done the previous month and I just film it from overhead as a little flick through, put to music. I really like some of the sketches that I've done this month. I mean, I like all of my sketches, even the ones that kind of don't turn out well, because they're all practice. But halfway through the month, I really went through a really stodgy time with my sketchbooks. So basically I just didn't find it easy. It was struggle central, and you can tell by the amount that I've sketched. I've done 1 1/4 sketchbooks in February. Normally I get through about 3 or 4, but I was really struggling in February, and I kept at it, but I think you can tell in some of my early sketches there's not a lot of enjoyment there. I was doing it because I know that it's all valuable, so I was sticking with it. Some of the pages are kind of more loose and expressive than others. Some of them you can tell that I picked up a pencil and I could draw easily, and some of them you can tell that I picked up a pencil and I couldn't. One thing I like to do when I'm sketching, if I'm really not feeling it, is to try and draw little tiny thumbnails of people. So rather than trying to draw one big image, like I work in an A5 size, but whatever your sketchbook is, rather than trying to fill a full page with like either one person or one scene or like one thing, I do lots of small ones. So you can really just focus on the overall kind of movement and feeling, the outline, the shapes, rather than getting too bogged down with the details, which can sometimes feel overwhelming when you're not feeling great. So that's one way that I've done that. And in some of these pages, I've got quite a few pages actually where it's just tiny thumbnails, so that's usually a good indicator that I'm not really feeling that my drawing's coming naturally. But I think you just need to accept that some days are going to be like that, and some days are going to feel easy at drawing, and some days aren't going to feel easy. And it's something that I think everyone goes through. But if you stop drawing at those times, like obviously don't do stuff that's going to make you feel like start that negative kind of self-talk about your drawing. Don't push on if it's going to make you feel bad. But definitely, I've got hair in my glasses. But definitely hold it lightly and be aware everyone goes through this, and it's not just you. And sometimes you're going to draw things and they're not going to turn out right, or they're not going to turn out as you thought they might, or that you'd hoped, and that's completely fine. Like, hold it lightly and just do what you can, and if it's not going your way, just stop for a little while, just do one thing and then just put it to one side and hold it lightly. Don't let it eat you up that, oh my goodness, I can't draw, this is awful, I'm going backwards. You're not going backwards. Creativity is a cycle, and you might cycle upwards on a trajectory, you might cycle like this, but sometimes on that cycle you're going to be up, sometimes you're going to be down. But there's nothing wrong with not having good sketching days or easy sketching days, because they will come back. And then towards the end of the month, I felt like my pencil was magic. I'm not saying that what I've drawn is amazing, but it pleases me. It really does. And the sketching from the start of this video, when I went out to a cafe that I've never been to before, it was a lovely environment, and I've done a few sketches, like not a lot actually, I thought I'd done more. They're not amazing, but I'm really enjoying where I am at the end of the sketchbook compared to the beginning. And I think I might actually use some of these sketches and do them bigger and practice like other materials with some of these scenes that I've done. Pardon me, I've got the hiccups. But yeah, I need to film this sketchbook to it, and for that I need this camera that you are on now. I haven't really done all of the things on my list because I'm still waiting for some things. The code that I needed to get my discount from my printers, it's updated every month and it needs to be updated, and I've got the old code basically, so I need to wait for that. But also it's good because I need to wait for some money. I've done some invoices, so I'm waiting for some payments on those. Some things are just waiting for other things before I can do all the other stuff, but it's on my list. If you would like a list sheet, these list sheets are available to all paying patrons. They're part of the monthly downloads and printables reward, which I do every month, and they feature one of my illustrations. This month's illustration is a little piglet because I was inspired by some newly born pigs, some little piglets the other day at a city farm that I went to get some inspiration, and they're still in my brain. They still light up my brain. So they're featuring little piglets on there. That's this month, but every month has a new illustration by me. So if that kind of thing interests you, head along to Patreon, patreon.com/Emma Woodthorpe, that's me. But if it doesn't interest you, don't worry, it's not obligatory. But yeah, I'm going to leave this video here. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, consider giving it a thumbs up and maybe a nice comment. But as always, no obligation. And at that, I'm going to go. So hopefully I will catch you in the next one. So until then, bye.